All right. So I want to just do a part two that last video. So if I had a kid, I would explain to them in a very detailed way the importance of education while not yelling at them either. Because when you yell at people, when you berate them in front of people that aren't their parents, they begin to rebel against what you say and do the opposite. Like me. Um, I don't care. I can say it. I'm dropping names. I was about I was about 14. My brother started driving. He got his license. He had his permit on his 16th birthday. He had his license the next year. Now it took me getting almost attacked on the way home. It was these kids throwing snowballs at the 70 bus, right? I was in Philly. They were throwing snowballs at the 70 bus. And I had to run and try to get out of sight. And when I was walking home in the snow, literally, nothing was running that day. I was getting off of work. It was like 10. I just said, I gotta get a car. I don't know how, but I went home the next day. I didn't have a phone, but I found that driving book, took it home, took it to work with me. I worked at BJ's at the time. And I read that thing, first chapter one night, second chapter the next, third the next night. I studied, understood what I was reading, didn't memorize, but understood what I was reading, wrote little notes down. And then the next day, like 2 weeks later, that's how long it took me to read the book. Very, very precisely reading it. I passed the permit 10 out of 10. Then I paid for driving lessons. Now, I didn't know how to operate a vehicle, but I was taught how to drive the first lesson, and the other two lessons were a little bit of waste of money because I got a real teacher, like another one that was a little bit cheaper. These lessons were like $300 for, I think, 3 lessons. This guy only wanted $70, and he told me I can get you a test by the end of the day. I was so nervous, and I thought that when I watched Drake and Josh, I just thought that the test would consist of me just like driving and him telling me, oh, make a left turn here. Like just how it was on the show, I thought it was going to be like that. But all it was me just driving literally around the whole block. And I had to parallel park to get my license, and that was it. And I literally couldn't even get out. I couldn't even do anything. I froze when he told me I passed. But it was just that. It was just literally driving around the block, right turn signal, left turn signal, and then parallel park, and that was it. And I just said, wow. But my dad taught my brother how to drive. And like I said, his girlfriend was around the whole time. I was sitting in the back, and he was just yelling at my brother, saying this and that. And I said, maybe my brother doesn't feel this way, but like I said, things come off a lot different when women are around. You don't this is why men take things a lot more. They're more sensitive when women are around. You don't argue with men when women are around. Like the things you say to another man when a woman is present, that's not your mother, you take differently. And I just told myself, honestly, no cap, when he did that, I just said, I'm not driving. It was part of the reason why, well, honestly, when I heard all the accidents that happened on the road, I didn't want to drive then. But really, what was the kicker? When I saw how he was talking to him, I was like, I don't want him teaching me how to drive because he is a real, you know what. But it really backfired on me, not job wise, but more like it took me almost 10 years past the age I should have had my license to learn how to drive. And that's something I should have did when I was 16. But like I said, I just did the opposite of everything I was told to do because it felt like I was being just berated for the smallest things whenever I would do things and I didn't get what someone thought I should get, like my tests. when things aren't explained to you, you you just take it as just people beating you down. But when you explain things to people, they understand better. Like what's another example? Um it's just so much. I'm trying to forget about things, but it's just hard. Like it does. It's hard. You can't really like not think about things. You can't. It was really with just the job, the education, and I remember when I was 18, little maybe around this time, 10 years ago, my dad had a friend, like a mechanic, and I wasn't working. I didn't have a job until the following year. I didn't get a job until I was 19. I remember he was like, is he working now? And then he met me, and I was like, no. And then I think my dad was like, I just remember him saying he gonna have to find out soon. But he said it in a way where he was just like just putting me down. Like he was, I forgot how he worded it. But anytime anything related to me, like not working or see, I didn't get this when I didn't work. Whenever I would leave a job, I didn't get that much because I wasn't like with my dad after 2014. We didn't like we after that. I never lived in the same house with him ever again. As in, I never spent a night with him after that. After 2014, and I may talk about that in another video. But I may talk about it in the next video.